Evening, sports fans around this big, beautiful blue marble we call Earth in whatever city you may live in. Welcome to episode 167 of the VWU Sports Podcast. I am, of course, the owner and founder of the bar, Mr. Jacob B. You can call me Jake the Snake, JB, doesn't matter what you call me, just don't call me late for dinner. I am being joined, as always, by my co-host and bar keys, first and foremost, Mr. Brandy Cuevas.
Yep.
We're also being joined by our financial expert and HNIC as well, Mr. C. Carter.
Uh-huh.
We're also being joined by our bouncer man himself, Mr. Zach George.
Thank you. Hello.
We're also being joined by our regulars, first and foremost, Mr. Cody Hagan.
Damn it, my fucking ceiling fan fell.
Wait, your fan fell? Or your ceiling fan fell, or wait, was it like one of those tower fans? Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those little.
I tried sitting and it fucking fell. Before we move, here's my logo. I fucking edited myself in a few minutes.
Okay, that's cool. Anyways, we're also being joined
Cubs
by
and Colts. That's my call.
Nice. Well, okay, that works. Yeah, we're also being joined by the Savage Man himself, Mr. Jamal Bedlam. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about on this, the 25th of March, 2025. Hope your March was productive. For a lot of us, as the month of madness comes to a close.
You're probably gonna see me fucking try to fucking fix this in a fucking few minutes.
Just turn off your camera if you have to. Turn off the camera if you have to. But anyways, if you're probably wondering why most of us have baseball club logos on us, well, why don't we let our opening topic speak for itself? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, because we are just 2 days away. 2 days away. Yes, we are now. Yes, because this Thursday is. Well, I'll let this speak for itself as well.
It's MLB opening day, bitches.
Yes, as John Fogerty gets his band warmed up, we are now 2 days away from opening day of Major League Baseball, the 2025 opening day, 2025. It's safe to say it's going to be one hell of a ride, to say the least.
Absolutely, and you know what? Throughout the spring training, we have seen teams getting themselves ready, getting themselves ready for the long haul, getting themselves ready for a long season. But the dog days of summer is just around the bend. We got to start off in March.
We've also seen a certain ball club's pitching staff get torpedoed just days into spring training.
Well, oh boy. First of all,
if we're talking about Tampa Bay Rays moving to a new
stadium. No,
we're not talking about Tampa. We're talking.
Here's the story. Here's the story. If you think things have gotten bad for the White Sox, we just beginning. 6 of their pitchers have gone through Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, the Tommy John shows no mercy to the White Sox during spring training. Ow.
Good. Fuck them.
Okay, easy over there.
It's steady, boy, steady.
I think Brody Brazil was speaking about what's going on with the White Sox and what's particularly going on with these pitchers. And the thing of it is with pitchers is that, boy, I mean, you have to throw with all your might, and that really takes a taxing on your on your arm, your elbow, your shoulder. It really takes its toll on you. It gets to the point to where you throw so many times, you go torn your rotator cuff. Yep. And we've seen pitchers suffering injuries left and right and literally dropping like flies here. And,
most definitely, as last year can attest.
Mm-hmm. And gone are the days of Tom Glavine and Greg Maddox and Roger Clemens and pitchers that pitch longer than 6 or 7 innings. Some of those pitchers they pitched they pitched the whole game, a complete game. But those days are pretty much gone now because when you throw so many times, like I said, it tires your arm out. It usually shortens your career a little bit.
Not to mention that people like Maddox, especially, weren't weren't all that fast. But they were filthy. They were junk specialists.
Yeah, absolutely. And and I think it's pretty much an all of the above approach because first and foremost, the pitch count, isn't helping. I mean, because remember that's like a 25 second,
No, it's 15 seconds when
15
you're
seconds.
15 seconds when bases are empty. 20 seconds when you got men on.
And and you got to throw the ball in a hurry. Next batter, 15 more seconds. Next pitch, 15 more seconds, and keep going.
Basically, it's swing, bada, bada, swing, bada, bada, swing, motherfucker.
Uh, I just think that it's really, really unfortunate that these pitchers are suffering injuries left and right. Now, let me also bring this up while we're in the neighborhood. Some of the Tampa Bay players saw the inside of Tropicana Field in Tampa.
Yep.
Over in St. Pete. And like we
What
said,
stadium were they training at? I forget.
that that
George,
that they're back over at Steinbrenner Field. They're getting Steinbrenner Field ready for Tampa to play their opening game on Friday.
Oh, do you want to
Uh,
see? Do you want to hear a cool fun fact about this?
hold on, Cody. Let me just
Mm,
point this out because, like we said over at Tropicana Field, there's no roof. All that's up there is just, what's the one I'm looking for? Little hangers, just hanging up there, skeleton, like a skeleton of the roof.
yeah,
That's it.
basically.
Now,
You know,
what
and
I'm
I
about to
think
say.
the thing of it is like we said, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg is supposed to pay for the repairs, and you got MLB pretty much forcing Stu Steinberg, look, sell this team because let's face it,
Even the tree
Even
when he did his haters guide to MLB The Show, he did not give any preview to the Rays about how good their players are going to be, how good their farm system is, or any of that stuff. He was still pissed about the whole bullshit that's going on between Stu and the cities about the stadium issue.
Yeah, and what happened? Like we brought up, I think it was last week we brought up that the stadium deal they had in St. Petersburg fell through, and you got the mayor of St. Petersburg saying, we ain't doing this deal no more. That's it.
Yeah, wait, he said, and I quote, that bridge is burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you want to know a fun fact?
Hold
It is
on,
baseball
Cody.
related.
Cody, hold on. And I think that the thing of it is that it's really unfortunate what's going on in Tampa, in St. Well, you know what I mean, the Tampa Bay region.
Yeah, in the
But
Tampa Bay area.
yeah, and I think that it's really unfortunate what happened. And Stu Steinberg, hey, I'm still trying to put pieces together to, you got a perfect fan base in Florida. You got a perfect fan base in Tampa Bay. Team
Loyal to the
competitive.
loyal to
Team,
the Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say team almost competitive year in, year out. And they just can't and they struggling to put butts in seats. By the way, it's not helping that when they're playing at Steinbrenner Stadium, Steinbrenner Field coming up, that they're charging like 200. Was it $200? Oh no, no, no.
Somewhere in
That's
somewhere in that
Sacramento.
area.
I was gonna say
Somewhere in
that's
that area.
Sacramento. I think that's charging $200 for their fans to be there. But
Yeah,
it's it's really unfortunate what's happened, what's going on, and like I said, Stu Steinberg, they're forcing him to sell this team.
I
Like he
mean,
didn't
please.
have much of a choice.
I mean,
If honestly, if the fans are true loyalists to the Tampa Bay region, honestly, they should have done what Oakland's doing and just constantly badmouth Stu by telling him constantly to sell the damn team.
Yeah, that's why I recommend. That's why I recommend. Just sell. Just sell the team. Sell it
yeah.
to a local, because I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of local groups that'd be glad to pony up some money and buy this team and get a new stadium for Tampa Bay.
And
Because like we brought up, Tropicana Field, if Tropicana Field, because they have to pay for the roof because sooner or later they got to start. They're gonna have to start fixing that roof because they're supposed to play in Tropicana Field next year.
Yeah,
So they gotta do something.
yeah,
All
they
right,
got,
Cody, you want to say something
well, you
real
know
quick? So
what?
go
Something
ahead.
that happened earlier in the month of March was the Savannah Bananas were gonna be playing at that stadium, but they decided
Um,
to play where Tampa Bay Buccaneers would do.
Cody,
Megan,
Cody.
I
That
wanted
was
to make a bet. Okay,
that was
fuck
a
up.
couple of weeks ago.
I
Cody,
said no. I said early March. Fuck off.
I am
Sorry, Mark.
I am like on razor's edge of
That's exactly what they were referring to. A couple weeks ago is early March. You're talking about the same thing they talked about at least 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cody, I am on a razor's edge of having Zach boot your ass out of here.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, because we spoke about. Hey, Pedro. We spoke about that the Savannah Bananas played a game at Raymond James Stadium, and we spoke about how come the Rays couldn't use Raymond James.
Never mind being on a razor's edge. Jacob, check your DMs.
But
Final, calm down. Jeez.
I just think that it's really unfortunate that what's going on in Tampa. It's really unfortunate, and like we brought
How
up.
much will cost for the
somebody
renovation?
sent Pedro a link.
So Carter, I got a question. How much is Tampa Bay telling them how to renovate the stadium and fixing it? Does it cost a lot of money?
Raymond James is made for football only.
No,
talking about the Tampa Bay Rays thing, because
Tropicana Field. Tropicana Field to prepare Tropicana Field is about $56 million.
And I don't.
Because they got to put a new roof.
That's gonna suck.
But yeah, Cody, I heard that argument earlier, and I've had about enough. I already sent Baker to PM.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's up.
No, Cody, I'm sorry, but hey, guess what? The Baker bot has been activated. You're done.
Come on, dude.
I just think that it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that of what happened in Tampa. Sad but true. It's really unfortunate. Come on in, Pedro. Have a seat.
At least we got somebody who actually bring in a friend of ours who actually has sports intelligence. Welcome in, Pedro. It's good to see you back.
Hello.
Hello.
Just so you know, Pedro and Jose's joining up soon.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Let me go ahead and get through as I was saying. I think that it's really unfortunate what happened in Tampa. Hey, like I said, you just got to force the sale at this point. Whether they stay in St. Petersburg or move to Tampa proper or move down to Atlanta to become the Dreamers. At some point, you got to do something. So
yeah, seriously, because if Stu Steinberg or whatever his name is keeps this up, that team is going to get forcefully sold by Rob Manfred, whether he wants to or not, because his belt tightening way of doing this is getting on everybody's nerve.
Not to mention, it's not doing anybody any favors. Now, let's go ahead and bring this up since we are in the neighborhood. We've seen the voice of Evan doing these baseball videos 30 for 30. And we know that he did. Yeah, he did the Yankees today. We know he's doing the Dodgers tomorrow.
Yep.
So with that in mind, as we get ready for the upcoming Major League season, and I believe our buddy Jamal has kept up with the odds of each team.
I have the remaining odds that we have not gone over yet. It's a lot of them, so you might as well hanker down.
All
right. Let's roll down the odds and see what the boys over in Vegas have given on the win lines for these teams that he has on the list.
The Chicago White Sox were given a 54.5. I am going lower.
I'm going to go a little bit lower because there's no way they're going to break the record. They're going to re-break the record, but they're going to get damn near close.
I tell you what, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, getting 60 wins would be an accomplishment for this team. They'll still have 102 losses.
Yeah.
They'll still have 102 losses, but getting 60 wins would be an accomplishment.
So I'm going under.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go too long because there's a lot of teams we got to run through. So.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep the train rolling.
The Colorado Rockies were given a 59.5. I am going a little over, but not by much.
Yeah, I don't see the Rockies do that much. I mean, just like your name Tree said, throughout the entire offseason, they did zero.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nada. Nada. Samuel,
Bupkis.
don't.
The late-
Also, what the
as-
hell is Chris
as
Bryant
people say,
still doing over there?
The lake-
Except wasting his damn
the
time.
lake the lake has not been disturbed. The lake has
Mm.
not been disturbed.
You going over or under?
Under.
For Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under until I see differently, it will always be under Colorado.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until you see some sort of improvement.
Yeah.
The Miami Marlins were given a 63.5. I am going a little under.
Yeah, I think they get like mid 50s, but not higher than 60.
I'm gonna have to agree. They did do a whole lot of movement in the off season.
But there was a lot of shuffling out young talent again.
If you're a Marlins fan, you gotta get sick and tired of this team doing fire sale year after year after year.
Sooner or later,
they're
they're gonna be doing nothing but ash. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah,
So that sounds like
they're operating like a European football club rather than a baseball club,
So
selling
they're
young
operating
talent
more like a
constantly.
mom and pop shop.
Yeah, fair enough.
so. I hear a majority of you are going under.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bedlam. If I may be so bold, I'm saying a little over 60 wins tops. Like if you want an exact number, I'm gonna call it 62.
So under.
Okay.
So you're going under still.
He's
He's
calling
fav-
his shot.
He's
calling
favoring
his
the
Lake-
under, but he's going with a specific number. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
The Los Angeles Angels were given a 72.5. I'm
I
a
mean-
little.
Way under.
Yeah, I
had to
I
agree.
can't.
Vegas decided to hit the paint can on that one. Give them
Yeah,
that number.
Also, Moreno,
Hold on,
what
time
the hell
out,
are you
time
doing
out.
over there? Since
Well,
you have
they-
Hold on,
As-
gentlemen. Because hold on, Pedro. Let me just point
Yeah.
this out because I can't stand Artie Moreno, and I especially just can't stand the way how he pretty much ruined Mike Trout's career at this point. Guys, just there. So
not
I'm
only
going under.
that, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard, but Moreno and the Angels just got rid of Moniak.
They what?
Why am I not surprised? Anytime I
So under.
under.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
under.
Severely.
Yeah, anytime I see the Angels, I immediately think of that gold sound scheme song, you know, all right, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever
I can't see. Like, I just feel bad for Mike Trout at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Somebody get him out of Anaheim fast, you know, because that dude needs help.
Yes, let's go ahead and keep up with the pace.
Yeah, let's
So
keep it going.
much
Keep it going.
potential, and Artie Moreno pissed it all away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's also not like he's also had his body fucking break apart on to the point where he's playing right field now.
Yeah.
Man,
Anyways,
fuck Artie.
The Sacramento A's were given a 71.5.
Wait,
Bold take them.
They're
The bold take?
Sacramento now.
Yeah,
because they're moving to Vegas.
Bold take. I will go over. I will give him 72.
I think. Hold on.
The ball's on you, but I like it. I'm gonna agree with it.
Hold on, wait a minute, because Jamal has a point. The Athletics, and by the way, they're just going by the name Athletics, no city name, just Athletics. Yes, I know it's lame as hell, but hey, when you have an asshole like John Fisher, there you go. But the thing of it is with the Athletics, they have to spend money because the MLBPA keeps saying that the Athletics are dirt cheap, so they have to spend money.
Are they wrong?
And they're not wrong.
So,
They're not
anyone else going to give an odd?
I'm going to say over. I'm going to say
with
over
Jamal on this one because the fact that they're making John Fisher forcefully open his wallet and spend money on this group, because on this group, there might be a chance that I'm actually barely breaking the win line.
Yeah, I think. Hold on. Hold on, Paige. I just want to add this real quick. He had to spend money because he has fans he need to get to fill up Sacramento, which is not going to be that many because Sacramento Because
Full stadium.
the stadium is like 10,000 seats. So
10,000 at
14,000, I
best.
think.
At best.
So yeah, he needs to spend some money. So I'm gonna say over.
Yeah, I mean he's also probably gonna spend money to spite Oakland as well. Because with a
Yeah,
manager like that,
yeah,
I don't put it over him that he'd do that type of shit.
yeah. I wouldn't put far past him.
Next is the Washington Nationals, who were given a 70.5. And
Well,
unfortunately for Zach, I don't think they're going any bit higher, so I'm going lower.
I'm not even a
70
Nats.
exactly.
I'm not even a Nats fan. Why are you saying unfortunately for me? I'm an O's fan.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
look,
I mean,
you are a
I mean
fan
the
of
Nats.
the what's
Well,
that Washington hockey team?
Oh,
The
the
Capitals.
Capitals.
Yeah.
Well, the Nets did win the lottery this year. They got Ethan Holiday, Whoopi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
just
did. Yeah, they did for the third year in a row, actually.
Yeah, I think
so
I'll,
for the next couple of years, your only goal is to fucking develop your youth.
yeah.
This is welcome to the video game time of it.
Over
Develop
or
your
under?
youth. I'm gonna say that their youth starts to really kick up, and I think Holiday's gonna be a huge factor of it. So key point: if he's healthy, over; if he's not, under, and I mean way under.
I'm
I-
saying
I like I
hold
like
on.
Pedro's pick here.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going to say over mainly because there's one team that's going to do worse than them in the NL East, Miami.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna. Yeah, so at least they have that.
They're gonna have a nice little source of free wins whenever they want.
Yeah, at least they
The
got some cushion.
the Pirates of Pittsburgh were given a 75.5. I'm going under.
Under Under.
Yeah, Again, they went to the
Paul-
spray cans again. I'm gonna have to go under because they did not help out Paul Skeens in the rotation. They did not do anything. They decided to go bargain bid hunting.
Yeah,
No,
something that
3 years, Mr. Skeens. 3 years.
yeah, I was about to say, that's gonna be a whole lot of tanks that's gonna be running through PNC Park. I got
I
feel
will
a
say
whole lot of
this
tanks.
is a funny little analogy, but I don't know if you guys know about esports. This is just like EG. This is Evil Geniuses. For people who know, people describe that organization as just floating down the river, barely surviving.
Going
They're
down the
they're they're
river.
literally the drunken sailor.
Yes.
No.
They're
Anyway,
basically
If you're gonna make a gamer reference, I mean the Pittsburgh Pirates look like E3.
Hey!
Hey ho!
Now, if you
Damn.
gonna eat,
That's
now, if
wild,
I was about to say, now,
but that's
if you,
also accurate.
yeah, I was about to say, now, if you're gonna eat C3, then we'll be in business.
Hey yo!
Okay.
Anywho, the San Francisco Giants have a 79.5.
over.
I'm willing to give them a little over.
I think
I'll
they're
give
gonna
them
go.
that.
I say they go like 85 wins.
I'll
They
give them
got
80.
they got a couple. They got a couple big signings in the past year, and their core should be
Yeah.
still fine.
I think that
I give them like 82, but no more.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 500. I'm gonna say 81 and 81.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
gonna go in.
over.
I'm gonna go in that same boat, 81 even. That's my
Yes,
take. I'm gonna go
because
with that.
remember they had to deal with the three-headed monster in the West. You got to deal with Arizona, got to deal with San Diego, got to deal with the Dodgers. So
Yeah, that's true. You got to deal with those those monsters.
And now that we cleared through the backwash, so to speak, quote unquote, let's get to the beef of the baseball teams. We start off with the Philadelphia Phillies, who were given a 90.5. I am willing to give them the slight over.
I could see that as well because they do have a lot of big talent staying with them, including Bryce Harper and company. So I could see that actually because it makes a lot of sense. They still got a good young core with them.
Well, they do got the power and they do have the pitching, but the one thing they don't have yet is someone that actually knows the bases pretty well, like base running.
Yeah, they don't have the base running that can help them out in key situations. So
and my little point about that for them is
Also, don't forget the over-under.
Yeah, I'm going slightly over. I'm saying like 92 and 60. But Father Time is rapidly approaching that team, looking very scary for them.
yeah, think
A lot of those guys are over 30.
Yeah,
big guys.
I just want to bring this up about the Phillies. When you had to deal with, the Mets and the Braves in that division. Not to mention the fact you had to deal with everybody else in the NL West. You had to deal with the Dodgers on a regular basis.
We'll get to the Dodgers.
Arizona, San Diego.
I'm going to say it's going to be over. I think they have a chance to win the NL East again, so I would definitely say over.
The Kansas City Royals, the bane of every Baltimore fan right about now, at 82.5.
Fuck KC, but yeah.
Unfortunately, I will have to give them the over.
When you're healthy, you know it's going to be over.
Mm-hmm. If they stay healthy. That's the key thing, gentlemen, is if they stay healthy. Because unlike MLB The Show, you can't turn the injury thing off.
Yeah.
No.
You can't crank down your injury sliders like you can on MLB The Show 25.
Mm-hmm.
No, which is unfortunate.
Which some teams would honestly love, wouldn't they?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go over. I think this team is for real. I forgot this major player who did such a great job last year. His name was he at first base? I know he made the All-Star game.
Oh yeah, Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah.
No, he was shortstop. I think.
Yeah, he was at shortstop. Yeah, he was on
shortstop.
short.
He's short.
Thank you. And I think that if he could, if he could capitalize how he did last year, and if the Royals could get behind him and build some more around him, this could be a dangerous team. I definitely do see them going over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this: the Royals are for real, but with a massive caveat, and that's that they got to keep the injury bug out. They got to hang up a bunch of them electric bug lights around the clubhouse and keep the injury bug out that bitch. If you can't keep the injury bug out that bitch, KC is fucked.
Well, let's put it this way:
there's one mission that team has, and its name is survive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
The San Diego Padres were getting an 85.5, a little over.
I agree with you, Paul. A little over. Because like we said earlier with the Giants, they are part of the three-headed monster with the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers, and they are still dealing with the older brother complex that is the reigning champs, that is the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a very angry older brother from what we saw in the offseason.
Yeah, they are.
Specific
question.
question.
Trust me, we'll get to the Dodgers.
Specific question, boys. And people are saying a little over with 85.5. Do we see 90 wins or no?
I'm going 86.
87. I
say 88.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the high 80s. Basically,
I wasn't thinking 90 wins either. I just wanted to see where the rest of y'all were at.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm thinking the upper 80s. That's pretty much about it. I don't see this team winning 90 games, at least not this year.
Fortunately for us, the rest of these teams are in the 80s and higher. So, speaking of which, the Detroit Tigers at an 83.5.
They should be way higher, in my opinion. I think they should be way higher than they are.
Yeah.
I'll go over.
Yeah. That's stupid low, actually.
83 is stupid low. I think they're one of those teams who should be in the high 80s.
Yeah.
At a weak division on top of the pure Fank, there is a good team.
Are they in the National or are they in the American?
AL Central. The AL Central.
Here's the problem for Detroit. Look who you have to compete against.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland. You got Cleveland. Yeah, you got Cleveland.
Minnesota.
I mean,
the fucking Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, in conference, they got a lot of threat, but I'm talking in division.
Yeah, here's the thing, because they have. Well, hold on. Here's the thing, because they do have to worry about Detroit, and they do have to worry about Cleveland. Minnesota, on the other hand, is that's a report that came out that they're $425 million in debt. So
Jesus
and they're
Christ!
still trying to sell them.
yeah, so
Jesus Christ!
but I am
I
gonna
thought,
go
and
over
I
for
thought, and I
Detroit.
thought Barca had debt. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
but I am gonna go over for Detroit because I could definitely. I ain't gonna say go win. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win 90 games, but I could see them again, like say 86 wins, 86,
I
87.
I I give you that.
They were mentioned earlier, the Cleveland Guardians at an 82.5.
Okay,
Fuck
yeah.
Boy, but I
fuck
tell you
that
what,
name. By the way, that name is trash.
well, hold
It
on,
is
boy.
garbage, but I
Yeah,
said
I
it's
say, hold
solid.
on, wait a minute, boy. The folks in Vegas sure don't like the AL Central.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they do.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
because
going to say slightly higher because, they gave away one of their key players, which was Josh Naylor. But that shouldn't stop them shouldn't stop Cleveland in the least.
mm-hmm.
But here's the weirdest thing about that. I don't know the exact details of how and when they dealt Naylor, but I vaguely remember seeing or hearing that they dealt him for next to fucking nothing.
Eesh.
Well, they dealt him to Arizona, so
Like
Arizona
what?
needed a first. The thing is, Arizona needed a first baseman, so
Like,
there's that.
but what did Arizona have to give up to get him? What did Minnesota get?
Prospects.
That's what usually trade for now is usually getting prospects to build for the future.
Yeah, basically.
Damn.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying
so-
slightly higher. So they might get at least 84, 85.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm in that same
I
boat.
give you that.
Yeah. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I think Jamal. Yeah, okay, that's all there is to it.
Now we get to the beefy part of this. The Mets were given a 90.5. I am willing to give them the over.
That is a
Yeah.
team. That is a
Considering that
team.
they have Juan Soto with a maximum deal of $765, there's no way in hell they're going to go under.
Yeah,
No.
let me just put let me put it this way, because the way how Steve Cohen is spending his money, just spending.
Can I say something? Can I say something crazy about the Mets?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like up around 105 wins for them.
Okay, that's a little bit
but
too high. That's a little bit too high.
There's something I'm suspicious about, and I'm scared for for those who support the Mets.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of money in 23. What happened before the start of that season?
Lowell Mess was having a field day.
The injury plague struck the team. They spent a lot of money this year. Go look at their injury report.
Oh dear. Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Well,
no.
one of them was Nick Madrigal, but that's just someone that they got for the minor league deal.
Let's put it this way. That's what I said. Let's just put it this way. If Lowell Mets strikes again, Lowell Mets is gonna have a field day. Brandon's gonna need a drink, and Jose's gonna throw a fiesta.
But no, patterns are not patterns without reason.
Speaking of New York teams that are feeling the pain of the injury, the New York Yankees, after they just lost Garrett Cole, their odds were at 88.5. I am going to give them the over.
Accurate. I think they're going to go 92, 93. They'll probably win a weekend division.
Yeah, I think, by the way, Pedro, I don't know whether or not something wrong with your connection, because you sound like a
my mic is kind of, that's better, because my mic
that's
is
a little bit better. I think obviously
93 wins is what I think for the Yankees.
Yeah, I was about to say the
losing your ace is a problem.
Yeah, I was about to say the injuries to Garrett Cole is not helping. I think they're still gonna get over. What was the
88
over under?
88.5.
I think they're still gonna get over 88 wins. Of course, I'm gonna go with the over because hey, you better not forget about the judge, or else he'll throw you in contempt. Can't forget about him.
This is a dangerous time to lose Garrett Cole, especially with Baltimore breathing down your neck again.
Yup.
Let's not forget about Boston. I don't think we need to worry about Tampa Bay and Toronto at this point.
I wouldn't.
You don't.
I was gonna say I wouldn't worry about Boston just yet. They have some holes in their system.
And then finally, the Los Angeles Dodgers, who broke the record for one of the highest numbers since the 99 Yankees. Well, since the 2010 Yankees, to be more accurate. They have 103.5.
Good God.
Unfortunately for every other team, I have them going over.
Yeah, damn Sam.
They're going. Someone's going for the record.
Who can stop this team from doing whatever the hell they want?
See, I would agree with it, but honestly, I'm gonna say slightly under and say 101 wins.
You know what? I'm going to go over because the Dodgers.
Who is going to stop them?
Yeah, I was about to say because the Dodgers really spent money this offseason.
I'm going over because Carter, you done or you want to keep going?
I was about to say, the Dodgers really spent their money this season. They pretty much proved the point that hey, money can win championships. Money can buy a championship. Sure did for the Dodgers last year. Can they do it for them again? And
it sure as fuck did last year, but yeah, they spent so much money. Tell me who is really gonna stop these dudes? Because they done run over the top of almost everybody last year. They're probably fixing to do it again this year. And
I don't
think
they're
probably gonna keep doing it for a while.
Hold on. I don't think that every other NL team would just go bend over and let the Dodgers just ram them.
It's hard to really stop them when they have everything that they have. Not to mention, they emasculated the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees have nothing to say to the Dodgers right now.
That is
what
true.
You gonna say? Ooh, y'all got lucky. Freddie Freeman played y'all hurt, and he was dog walking. Aaron Judge went out there and embarrassed himself at a prime stage. Who's gonna say anything to the Dodgers?
That's true. That's sad but true.
Ain't nobody got shit to say to them.
Well, hold on, gentlemen. But anyway, the season will kick off on Thursday. These are Thursday's matchups, by the way. We're starting our first way up in New York at Yankee Stadium when we have the Brewers and the Yankees do battle.
That means the return of one person that the Yankees traded away.
Yeah.
Yep. Nestor Cortez.
Yep, Nestor Cortez who is now a new member of the Brew Crew as we bring in up as we bring
I'm not
in
in a good mood, so take my face fact and shut up about it.
All right. Coming up later on, we got by the way, the Brewers and the Nationals. That game's gonna be on ESPN and ESPN Plus.
You mean you mean the Brewers and the Yankees?
Yeah, Brewers and the Yankees. Excuse me. It's gonna be on ESPN.
Who the hell is Ventus? Is that Pedro?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, hey,
I'm just using.
Yeah.
I'm just using my actual name, my actual online name now. Smile.
Okay, cool.
As I was saying, the Brewers and the Yankees will be on ESPN and ESPN Plus as ESPN begins their final season airing MLB games.
Yep.
Really?
Make it a memorable one.
Yeah, rounding out the 3:00 games over at the Rogers Center, now formerly known as the Sky Dome. It's an AL East matchup to kick off the season as the Orioles. It's the battle of the birds as the Orioles and Blue Jays kick off the season.
Absolutely. Also, we got
another question for me is will the Blue Jays disappoint again like they have every year in the 2000s?
Well, let's see. First of all, they need to figure out what to do about Vladimir Guerrero. Are they
He's
going?
on
Are
his
they
final
going?
year, and extension talks have been going through the muck and mire.
Yeah. Now,
they're saying that he's not. They're saying that Vladdy's not going to extend.
So they're probably have to trade him.
Run through the rest of the games quickly, because y'all have been on this topic for a minute.
Yes, we have.
Let's get it quick. Let's go quick.
We got coming up. We got the Phillies and the Nationals.
Yep, that's at 4:05. Also at 4:05, the Red Sox are going to be heading over to Globe Live to take on the Rangers.
Over in Miami at Lone Depot Park. I hope they get fans coming into the stadium this time. We got the Pirates and the Marlins.
Yep.
Skis is going to be on the mountain for that game.
Yep. Then that's going to be at 4:10. Also at 4:10 over at Petco Park will be the Braves and the Padres.
Yep. Also over at boy, I hate this stadium. Over at Wade Field. Over at Wade Field, we got the Angels and the White Sox.
Yeah. Well, the White Sox aren't guaranteed for anything.
Understandable. Also at 3:10 I am not calling it by their new name. I'm calling it as it is at the Juice Box, formerly known as Minute Maid Park. The Astros
die on that hill. Die on that hill.
I will die on that hill even if you shoot me. The Astros will open up their season against the Mets.
Also going on over at Kauffman Stadium, we got AL Central battle between the Guardians and the Royals.
Yep, and then rounding out the 4:10 matchups over at the Showboat, also known as Great American Ballpark. We will see the Reds go head to head with the Giants of San Fran.
Also, almost forgot one thing. Over at Petco Park, we got the Braves and the Padres.
I thought I did bring it up. I guess my mic fucked me over.
Yeah.
Then rounding out the afternoon games, we over at I gotta do it. This is the first time this season, but I am contractually obligated at Busch Stadium. The St. Louis Cardinals open up their season against the Twins of Minnesota.
I smell a lawsuit. Over at Dodger Stadium, the defending champions welcome in the Tigers.
Prepare for a lot of fireworks. And tears.
And the starting pitchers for that game is two lefties. One got a pitching triple crown. The other was something.
The other, yeah. Then rounding out the festivities. First off, at Chase Field, we will see the Cubbies make the trip to the desert to take on the Diamondbacks of Arizona.
And finally over at T-Mobile Park, we got the Athletics and the Mariners.
Yep. So we got yourself a full slate of good MLB action to kick off opening day this Thursday. So best believe, make sure you grab your popcorn, get your drinks, and get yourself a nice good meal, because safe to say you will be satiated as we kick off the 2025 season.
And since we're talking about extensions, and you mentioned Seattle,
make it fast.
I'm about to say we've been on this for like 40 minutes.
My bad. I'm just going to bring this up in case it's not mentioned beforehand. Cal Raleigh has extended with the Mariners for 6 years worth $105 million.
Okay, then.
Let me also add that the Rockies and the Rays, they're playing on Friday. That's when they're gonna open their season at Steinbrenner Field. All right, then, folks.
Down to throw the pigskin.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, then. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Yes, let's get into the next topic. With not much has been going on in the free agency market other than Aaron Rodgers as no home to go to.
You would be incorrect.
Oh, we do have some news? Okay, then. Lay it on us, Savage Man.
All right. I have been doing my due diligence to keep up with as much of this crap as possible, because Lord knows it's not easy. But anywho, so far, for the first time in years, there have been no first-round draft picks traded to another team at this point in the season, which is crazy. So that's kind of rare. Deebo Samuel's contract was revealed. It is 1 year, $17 million.
Jesus Christ!
He could potentially get $20 million based on the incentives he's been given.
Do we know what those are yet or not?
No.
Not yet.
Danielle Hunter got a 1-year, $35.6 million extension.
Oh yeah, he's a very solid. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say good or bad, but he's a very solid player. I think you always would not, you won't be mad when you sign a guy like him to a contract like that.
The Chargers bring in a safety, Tony Jefferson. Dylan Redunce is going to the Saints.
Fair enough. Nice.
Joey Sly is heading to Tennessee. Jeff
Okay.
Okuda is heading to Minnesota. Garrett Bradbury from the Vikings is heading to New England for 2 years, up to $12 million.
Interesting. I also think.
Ron,
I also think
Rondale Moore.
What is this? Okuda's like third NFC North team or second?
I believe it's his third. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Rondale Moore is now a Viking. Jordan Humphrey is a Giant. Trent Brown is heading to Houston. Ken Robinson is heading to Houston. Tevin Jenkins from the Bears is heading to Cleveland to potentially guard for whatever QB they have. Potentially Kenny Pickett or whatever guy they draft. God bless him for having to defend that QB.
God bless that poor bastard.
Because Lord knows Cleveland don't be doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Avonte Maddox to Detroit. Tyler Conklin is now a Charger. So another tight end for the Chargers. I don't know what that says about Will Dissly, but we're going to leave that alone.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna figure that out eventually. We're gonna do that.
Devin Duvernay, former Raven, is now heading to Chicago.
I forgot we had Duvernay, but you said he headed to Chi-Town?
Yeah.
Yes, he's heading to Chicago.
Interesting.
Brandon Cooks is heading to New Orleans, where he was first picked, and he is getting a 2-year, $13 million deal. Lorenzo Carter to Tennessee. Michael Gallup has unretired, and he is joining Washington. And the biggest pieces of the news, it looks like Aaron Rodgers is likely to be locked in as a Steeler.
Oh,
luckily for
dear
Brandon.
God.
Well,
Oh, that's painful.
Thank God.
oh, geez. If you're a Steelers fan, well, we're sorry. But
I hate the Steelers, but I gotta feel bad for the poor sons of bitches.
Cam Ward is looking like he's a guaranteed lock for Tennessee based on the conversations that have been going on there. And one of the major reasons why I think I have a feeling the Giants are probably not going to bother with Aaron Rodgers, they signed
Jameis
Winston.
Good old
the bakery
good old
is
crab
going
leg.
to the Big Apple.
Hold on. Before you guys talk, I gotta ask Jamal just one question. Are you laughing about this because he's worse than Rodgers, or
That means your offense is basically a glass cannon. Either y'all are scoring or throwing interceptions. That's
as Hit Kid says, Mr. 30 for 30.
Look at it this way, Brandon. Better get a taste of eating apple pie. Sure,
you're talking to two Giants fans in the call. You forget.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
now, Pedro, you can enjoy the apple turnovers.
No, I forgot.
I'm crying silently here. Like I'm fine with it because if this dissuades our stupid ass in front office to avoid drafting QB until next year at least, I'll be happy because this draft is just stacked in general. This draft is just stacked in fucking general, and there's so many places we could help. We could help when Mr. Baker help himself.
Shit! Wait! Hold it! I just got breaking news.
What?
Honey?
This is coming from Ray. This is coming from Adam Schefter off of ESPN. Bombshell for New York. It's not just Jameis Winston they got.
So Wilson?
They got Russell Wilson.
Wow.
Wait, so we got Mr. Unlimited and the Baker.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as Brandon shit on Aaron Rodgers, that was the worst one you could have went with.
No.
That was the worst one.
That is a 1 year, $21 million contract, which 10 and a half.
It's guaranteed.
are guaranteed.
My God.
Good luck.
My God.
Good luck playing Russell Wilson with the fucking Eagles. Good luck.
Mr. Moonball and fucking self is about to throw moonball stuff in Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. That's not working.
Yeah, I have to say, coming soon to the bakery, moon pies.
Fucking pain. Fucking pain.
Oh, by the way, I forgot.
Yeah, we're not drafting QB this year because why would we draft?
I'm a little skeptic about this.
Good news for the Ravens. We got a quarterback from Tennessee. I forgot about him.
Wait, Mr. Rudolph?
No. Chidobe Azui from the Titans.
Awuzie,
I am very happy with this, actually.
No, he's a solid corner. He's a solid corner.
Because it shows me Baltimore's actually willing to do shit. Because you need to start doing shit, considering Kansas City still is the favorite to win the fucking AFC.
Yeah.
Again.
Steve Bisciotti out here trying to spend money and shit. Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing. I can see what he's trying to do. You know, you have a defense that needs to get fixed. So yeah, he's been
Brandon Stevens was ass. A 2-pack of hot ass. He was sorry. He was the easiest thing for other teams to target all damn season. Any chance someone had to bully Brandon Stevens, they did it. So I'm glad the Ravens moved on from him. I'm glad we got a decent corner who might provide better options for us. And hopefully we lock the fuck in and we show people that we're capable of winning playoff games. More than one.
Yeah, that was the important thing. You got to say that. More than one, mate. Y'all can win a game, but you can't win more than one.
Now, let's talk about this Russell Wilson signing and why I don't think it's any bit better than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah. I concur.
That's where I'm a little skeptic, because
I mean,
Jameis would have been in a few years. That's where
Jameis would have been fine. My hot take. I think Jameis Winston is actually one of the most solid stopgap quarterbacks you can get in this league right now. If you need a quarterback for a year, if you need him, if you need a guy for a year, he's like a top 10 in that purpose. I wouldn't say he's top 5, but he's top.
I would counter you by saying
he does have a lot of turnovers, but there's at least some ability, unlike with the guy we got next to him.
All right, what's Jamal got to say?
I would counter that by saying we got Cooper Rush. I would much rather take Cooper Rush over Jameis Winston.
You know, hold
on, Pedro. I just want to point this out. It would be hilarious if Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to Pittsburgh.
There's no way he doesn't. There's no way he doesn't go at this point. His options are already low. The longer he stalls out, the less his options are. Because the Vikings don't want to bother.
He's going to get a job.
Well,
the Vikings don't want him because they want to stick with JJ. Thank you, Minnesota, for actually doing the intelligent move and going with JJ McCarthy.
For once in your fucking life.
Look, I get that you were worried about him, but you got to let him play. If he don't play for y'all, then it's a waste of time.
As I say, speaking of JJ McCarthy, he said that the Minnesota Vikings have not told him that he's their starting QB, as he's spoken to on an interview with the Up and Adams show on FanDuel TV.
Man, They don't need to do all this extra bullshit. Everyone knows he's the starter.
Yeah.
Who is their backup?
So
who is their backup?
I'm just looking at the I'm just now looking at the depth chart for what the Giants is going to be looking like if they actually run with it. Here's what it looks like. It's going to be Russell Wilson starting with Jameis Winston as backup and Tommy DeVito as their third. And here's the best part. They still own the third overall pick for this upcoming draft.
Yeah, aka please for the love of God, no QB. Please for the love of God, no QB.
That's a team that screams we're drafting Travis Hunter.
I was actually going to say that. It's probably Travis who we want. It's probably Trav who we want.
Now watch the Giants fuck it up though.
It's Travis who, like, with what Sean has done this offseason, it is so easy to figure out they want Travis Hunter because the two teams above them will probably draft the two QBs, and they probably have figured that out at this point. So it's like, do they really want to trade up or risk it? No, just take the best outfield player. Take the best outfield player.
Or the Giants trade with the Raiders.
That too. This year, honestly, it's actually probably better to be around 3-4 than 1-2. Because if you're around 1-2, then it's either you go Travis or quarterback. But with 3-4, you basically that's when you can start logistically and where it makes sense to go the rest of the draft.
What's the best running back in that draft in that combine?
Genty?
That's a good question.
I would assume it's Genty.
It's Ashton. I would assume.
I don't think he has any competition.
Well, let me go ahead and bring this
that level.
Yeah, I was about to say, let me go ahead and bring this up a little bit. First and foremost, the NFL continues to tweak their kickoff formula and move the kickoff.
We're gonna move it to the 35-yard line because we want more returns. Yeah.
Oh, we want more chaos. That sounds fucking lovely. Why don't you just move it to the freaking midfield logo for that point? At that point.
What's the point? What's the point of a kickoff? I'm gonna put the ball at the 50.
I mean, there was some good returns. It's just that it makes no sense. They're gonna, with teams, they want the most efficient tactics available. They want the most.
When you keep altering the game with this idea that you want high-scoring games that are more entertaining, but yeah, you punish the defense for doing their job over and over and over again. We're kind of in the cycle of what are we doing here? 2. Speaking of punishing the defense, or at least punishing a certain part of the defense, I don't see how the tush push getting banned is going to do anything for anybody that's not Philadelphia. If you're that mad about the tush push, how about your fucking offense does the tush push? The fucking Ravens did it. What makes you think everybody else can't do it?
Well, also the thing is that they have coaches who specifically teach the concepts that also not only, teach the offense to play, but also teach the defense how to beat it.
Oh, wow. It's almost like as if the formula for beating that play is doable, is possible. And motherfuckers are just too lazy to actually try it.
Yeah, because
they want to complain about it and try to get it banned because they have nothing better to do.
Also, the fact of the matter is it's not even a quote-unquote football play.
By the way,
the coaches,
no one gets hurt.
No one gets hurt really, but the coaches who teach them to play had heavy rugby background. It's more of a rugby thing than it is an actual football thing. Just that not a single football team knows how to beat a rugby play.
Yeah, let me also bring this up real quick. Also, the Lions have proposed the home playoff teams, for the playoffs, the home team be decided to be seeded based on their records rather than division winners.
I say this. I
agree with that. Honestly, that actually sounds a lot better. Honestly,
because just give the division winners a spot. Give them a spot, but like home and away, decide by record, right?
Yeah. Because if there's
not gonna happen.
I am controversially not fully for it.
Really? How so? Give me a good scenario. Why you think this is a bad idea?
How many times are 3 teams really going to have 10 wins? how often is that really going to happen? And
Very
how
often.
much of that was going to matter when Philadelphia did what they did to Kansas City? Did the Lions really think they were going to beat Philly when they lost to Washington? Really? You think a higher seed would have stopped that ass whooping from coming? No. So honestly, I don't agree with it. Mostly because it would have just delayed the inevitable. Ooh, you would have avoided losing to Washington. You probably would have lost to the Rams.
The thing with that is too is that most of the time as well, there's just 2 10+ win teams in a division, because a lot of these divisions will just show that will show like teams that are just way above average. Like what was like 2024? Well, let's not use this year, but the year before. It's 23-24 if I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're right.
Standings.
23-24.
Yeah, like okay. Bills and Dolphins, same. 3 teams had the same record. 3 teams had the same record in that division, or in that conference: Kansas City, Buffalo, and the Dolphins. So in that case, you could use, and I mean, the old format worked pretty well because guess what? 4 teams actually had it, and there was 1 team that was above the rest. So if we go to, and I mean, I'm counting the divisions. Half the fucking league had teams who had more than 2 teams that go 10 wins plus.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and change subject and go ahead and move on to the next topic.
How your brackets feeling, boys?
This is the NBA.
Wrong one.
Wrong.
Professional, not college.
Jose with a Cody botch. That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways.
By the way, Jamal, you missed it.
No, I heard it. I heard everything.
Dallas, can we have a chat for a minute?
Jose, actually, do not get me started on that, please.
No, no worries. I'm just gonna leave it to you.
Please, no, don't. Please don't.
Take a breath, mate. Take a breath.
Please don't. I'm just gonna let this proceed before I say some really foul things.
Yes.
Get this podcast in trouble.
Yes, I say because we do have an Uber to give out.
Oh yes, the Charlotte Hornets ride the fucking Uber because of course they do. Because of having LaMelo Ball is the only thing they need.
Speaking of which, Charlotte, you know we always give all that flack to the Wizards being ass and all that stuff. Charlotte, you know you're not you're not going to get off this seat as well. So do us all a favor. There's something waiting for you.
Hey Charlotte, your Uber outside. This hour on We Been New News. I don't know why the Wizards get all the smoke. These boys ain't been to the playoffs since the Obama administration. Yeah, this one's late, but I think we know why it's late.
Yep. I mean, Charlotte is probably the team that floats down the river the most in this league.
Even more than New Orleans.
Hold on.
Even more than New Orleans, man.
Hold on, Jeremy. Let me also bring this up. Wow, Charlotte's on their way, down. The NBA contenders had a little conversation.
I feel like the first meeting for the NBA Contenders Club is a little late. Probably because the interest in the league has been so down that they forgot to organize it.
But now that we are all together, I can finally ask, what the hell are you doing here?
Is that a real question? I feel like it's kind of valid. No, it says Draft Pick McGee over here. You're just avoiding the question. Let me put it this way. LeBron and Luka exist. We are a contender. I hate how that's true.
I'd say curse the Mavericks, but the sports gods have. So,
Denver, how did you get in here?
You know what the Lakers just said about Luka and LeBron?
Yeah.
Also applies to Jokic.
Fair.
All I know is I got nothing to worry about once the playoffs start, so I could care less where I'm seated.
You're not worried about facing us. Or us?
If I'm facing you, then that means I made it to the finals. So no, I got nothing to stress about. And if I'm facing you, then the biggest thing I got to stress about is deciding whether or not I'm going to drive or fly to Cleveland.
That seems a little cocky.
Weird way to pronounce confident.
Like, OKC, I get, because they're still young and developing playoff experience.
We're not that young.
But, like, we're arguably the best team in the league, and especially so at home.
Who's going to tell them that the league is probably just going to set it up so it's a Boston-LA series?
The what?
You know about that?
Serbian Mafia doesn't mess around.
Can one of you guys, by any chance, sign my permission slip to go to the postseason?
Okay. Okay. First of all, who gave the Mega Casuals the helium canister?
This guy. Well, also that little Serbian Mafia joke was kind of funny. That got me cracking up a bit.
If you couldn't tell, the NBA playoffs are beginning to take full shape, and while it's not confirmed that these teams are a lock, I mean essentially, the Knicks, the Pacers, the Bucks, the Pistons, and the Rockets are pretty much a lock. For the
also, what a turnaround for Detroit! Holy shit! From one of the worst teams in league history to like actually being in the playoffs.
I'm telling you, my prediction of them beating the Knicks in the playoffs may age like wine.
Yeah, it looks really juicy now, mate. It looks real juicy now. I'll say it though, respect of the highest order should be given to Cade Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
Respect of the highest order.
Respect of the highest order should be given to that entire team. They lost Jaden Ivey, and it's like all that did was fuck it. We're gonna kick everything in front of us.
Yeah, it woke them up in a sense. It woke them up.
Yeah, they did.
Respect to Detroit for popping out and showing people that we can be a good team. A team that I don't have any respect for is the fucking Mavericks.
Brother, don't I agree with you there.
You fucking morons.
Hold on, Jamal, can I ask you like a question real quick?
Yes.
Do you have a list on different NBA franchises that make your blood boil via decision?
If I did, the only team that's there is the fucking Mavericks. Because why would you trade Luka? Why?
You know the worst part. You know what the worst part is. I already brought that up. The former GM, former owner of
Mark
Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban said I didn't have any. I have no idea about this.
And it's worse because you got NBA old heads like Shaquille O'Neal saying Dallas won the trade. Dallas won the trade. How did they win the trade? How did they win the trade? How?
Should we bring Mr. O'Neal to the nursery home? Because what in God's name are you talking about?
Yeah, hold on. The only thing the Mavericks won is the injury series because they have players.
All their players are getting hurt. They got AD back the other day, so that's good for them. They won their game yesterday, so I mean it's not all bad. But goddamn, you could have used Luka.
Well, let me ask you this question, Jamal. Pick your poison. Which of these two teams would you rather see in the playoffs, Phoenix or Dallas? Because both of them are tied for the last play-in spot.
Can I take a baseball bat to my testicles? I'd rather see the Harlem Globetrotters in the NBA playoffs before either one of those teams touches it. Fuck out of here.
Dude, I agree. Hey,
Bedlam.
Both teams are awful.
Real quick, guys. Say something.
One team is just KD and friends, and the other team should just be contracted out of the fucking league.
You know, I'm gonna be petty. I'll say the Suns so I can watch KD get swept again, so he can make up 1,000 excuses on why that happened instead of him being the fucking problem.
Lord in the morning.
So that's
by the way,
gun to your head pick.
By the way, congratulations, LeBron. You have been moved off of my hated list, and you've been replaced with Draymond Green. Because I forgot how much of a jackass Draymond Green actually.
Did Darth Mule do something stupid again?
No, he should have been on the list from the beginning.
Well, I don't know why you didn't have him on the most hated people on the NBA list.
Now, this should be very interesting as we head to the schedule tonight. First and foremost, starting off at 7.
Hold on, Carter. Before you continue, a question actually. Los Angeles, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Lakers or Clippers? Or just both?
The Lakers.
Hmm.
How the fuck have you lost to the goddamn Bulls when you have LeBron and Luka on the roster? What are you doing?
I think the final score of that game was 146 to 115.
How?
Counter
How do you
question.
let the Bulls?
Counter
How do you let the
question.
Bulls beat you?
Counter question. Can you stop a team that shoots like the 2016 Warriors?
Hold on. Does anyone remember what they played last night? Didn't they?
Yeah.
What was the score for that?
Last night.
I'm checking. Oh God, Lakers, what the fuck? They lost to the Magic 118 to 106.
Hold on. They lost to who?
The
Orlando?
Magic.
Orlando is like, well, isn't Orlando like a team? They're actually like a team.
Someone give the fucking title to the goddamn Boston Celtics already.
Well, by the way, the Bulls defeated the Nuggets last night, 129 to 119.
Yeah, give the title to the Celtics.
Yeah.
Because no one is taking this seriously enough, apparently. I know the Celtics aren't either, but goddamn.
Well, they beat the Kings last. That's what I said. They beat the Kings last night, 113 to 95.
Counterpoint again, like with the Bulls, Kobe White decided to just like actually go unconscious and drop 37 on the Denver's head. And Jamal Murray can't play defense to save his life anymore.
Denver has always been known for a team that has no defense.
You have Jokic. What the fuck are you doing?
Does it matter when the guy targets your weak defensive point guard almost every possession?
Hey, you want to talk about weak defense? Kevin Durant.
Hearing Jamal rant is great. I love it. By the
way,
except for when he's ranting about teams I like, then that shit sucks.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Look,
by the way,
the only time I bitch about the Ravens is when they do something fucking mind-bogglingly stupid, like losing to fucking Buffalo when you could have won.
Oh, by the way, Cody's yelling from outside our window.
And tomorrow the
Now, let me go ahead and get through this. I was saying for tonight. As a matter of fact, these two games have already just got started. Just got underway between the Magic and the Hornets in Charlotte. That game is underway, and also underway are the Spurs and the Pistons.
Yeah, you can check both games out on FanDuel.
A team
Sports.
a team who had their star ripped out from them.
Yeah, you can check them out on FanDuel Sports South.
Hagen, you defeating Brooklyn. Your Pacers defeating Brooklyn. Nobody cares.
Now,
wait, hold on. News, breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Put it up.
All right, what's up? Call it.
Give it to
I just got it.
Hold on.
I just got it. It's an NFL thing. It's an NFL signing.
Oh boy,
Mr. Stephon Diggs. He is going to New England.
It's a 3-year, $69 million deal, including $26 million guaranteed.
What the hell?
Nice.
First and foremost,
that's a deal.
Secondly, that is a deal for a guy who's been considered a locker room cancer for like 2 teams now.
Yeah,
the second Gurok gets in here, he's gonna be upset. He's gonna
I think Gurok's not gonna be here with us.
That's what the
Patriots
which is bad.
He's not coming on this week. He's not coming on this week. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but something tells me this Sunday he's gonna be pissed.
Oh man, what a deal! Hey, good news. I forgot the quarterback's name of the Patriots.
Mayo.
Yeah.
Drake.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Mr. Mayo. You got a brand new toy. Use him wisely.
Hope you like controversy.
Use him wisely.
Did that register at all, or do I need to repeat that again?
No, we got it.
I covered it for you, brother. I talked about the fun things.
We got you.
Yeah,
cool.
That is a very
your opinion on that signing.
Yeah, that's a very Yeah, that was a very nice deal. Nice.
Very nice.
Now, back to our games. Oh, by the way, Rachel says Jimmy Butler returns to Miami tonight.
Yes,
he's getting booed. Well, he's getting booed.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
They about to
that's going to
boo
be
his
the first.
Well, unfortunately for the Bulls, I think they might have worse problems to worry about because I heard Stephen Curry wants to come back for this game specifically for Jimmy Butler. Which if that happens,
Miami is about to die.
Miami's about to get a whole bunch of balls just dropped on their head.
Yeah. Also tonight at 7:30 at the Mecca, the Knicks are going to go head to head with the bum ass Mavs.
No,
I swear to God, if the fucking Knicks lose to Dallas, I have questions for the Knicks.
Mega questions. Mega questions.
I also will say who outside of the very obvious selection for the most depressing team, who is in second place for the NBA's most depressing team?
Oh.
I would say San Antonio because it could look like Wemby's
No,
never going to be the
I'll leave
the blood
them
clot.
I'll
Off
leave
the
them
blood
alone.
clot.
No.
I mean, I'd love to leave them alone, but the blood clot for Wemby is like such a fucking unfortunate thing.
I'd rather say the Pelicans before I say San Antonio.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say because first of all, Wembanyama being out for the rest of the season pretty much put the wind out of everybody's sails in San Antonio.
DVT, and it's also deep vein thrombosis, which is
that's painful.
terrifying.
Yeah,
it's terrifying because I think that's what just took out Chris Bosh's career.
Yeah.
It was closer to his heart, but it was exactly that took him out.
Yeah, I gotta keep moving. Over in Houston at the Toyota Center, we got the Hawks and the Rockets.
Yep, that's at 8:00. That's the only 8:00 game. At 9:00, over at the Delta wait, is that the Delta?
It's the Delta Center.
Thank you. The Jazz will go head to head with the Grizzlies of Memphis.
All right. I mean, fun. These are fun games. These two.
Wait a minute. You think the game between the Grizzlies and the Jazz is going to be fun?
Well, for one side, yes. Memphis should have a good time.
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah, they should have a good time clapping them cheeks.
They're going to be playing the blues on the Jazz with those instruments. Anyways, rounding out the festivities at 10:00. It's the second half of the TNT doubleheader over at Sacramento at the Golden One Center as the Kings go head to head with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of getting fed.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, he's about to go choke them out.
Yeah, I was about to say over at the Motor Center. Get ready to see a brand new concert by the Marion Band of You're Fucked. We got the Cavaliers and the Trailblazers.
On a scale of 1 to 10, my friend.
Another team that's getting bent over.
By the way, I would like to congratulate Oklahoma City on not only winning the Northwest Division, but also claiming home court advantage as well.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, I don't think any other team was going to stop them, considering their second place competition. They're ahead by like
13 and a half games.
Yeah, I'm about to say there was no threat to them at all.
Yeah, so Oklahoma
Cleveland have more threat than OKC have in their conference.
But Oklahoma
technically
City,
Boston has more threats.
Yeah.
Than OKC.
Yeah. By the way, Oklahoma City with a 6-game winning streak, home field advantage throughout the Western Conference playoffs. If they get to the finals, well, that's still up in the air. Meanwhile, also on the 6-game winning streak, got the Boston Celtics.
Boston getting hot at the right time is always a dangerous proposition.
Why do you think we call him the boogeyman?
Also, sad news for Boston fans everywhere. Jason Tatum is hurt.
Yeah, he did get injured last night.
He got Zaza Pachulia. I think he got Zaza Pachulia.
Yeah, so he did get injured last night against the Kings. Oh, by the way, gotta bring this up. The Pacers on the 5-game winning streak. So yeah, that's saying something.
Well, at least our Hoosier man outside is at least
hollering. He's hollering a bit.
Yeah, so
I'm saying this right now. The one thing I don't care about with the Pacers is them beating Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's true. But that's all there is to it.
In the current play-in spots for the East, Atlanta, Orlando, Chicago, and Miami.
You guys mentioned about Orlando because
because
in their team Hall of Fame they added I think Dwight Howard. They added Dwight Howard in there.
They add
and on the other side of the conferences, we have a more interesting batch.
Well, hold on, Pedro. At least the Western Conference playing situation is a little bit more competitive than the East.
Yes, I agree. But I'm saying it's more interesting, to say the least. It's interesting, but it's more competitive, most definitely.
Because considering the fact that
it's LA's redheaded stepchild, Minnesota, Sacramento, and Phoenix with Dallas.
By the way, the last three, Sacramento, Phoenix, and Dallas are tied. Believe it or not.
No, actually, it's Phoenix and Dallas that are tied. Sacramento just a half game ahead.
Okay, half game. Fair enough.
So that's all there is to it. Anyway, we gotta move on, gentlemen. We gotta keep the show rolling.
Stuck on Lucky 7, by the way.
Before you even start, breaking news.
Oh, more breaking news.
I don't know if you talked about this already. Stephon Diggs is a Patriot.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We covered it.
We talked about it in the gap. You were not here. $69 million deal.
For 3 years, $26 million guaranteed.
69 million, huh? The very thing he was doing with Cardi B. But we're gonna leave that.
Oh my
God! Man. Hey yo.
It's on Taz.
Allegedly.
Although I will say something tells me Stephon Diggs gonna be yelling 69 me boy.
Nah.
But we're just gonna move
Don't even go there.
I think I just did.
Anyway.
God damn it.
Let's just move on.
Hold on. Would that make him a 69 god?
No.
We got a lot of games in the NHL tonight.
He a fan.
Don't
as a
make
matter of
it
fact,
worse, damn it.
Let's get back on topic. We got a lot of NHL games tonight. First
Yes,
and foremost,
we do. We already got some games already underway as we speak. Over at the ACC, it's currently 1-0 Flyers over the Maple Leafs with early in the first period.
Also early in the first period over in Buffalo, the Senators are leading the Sabres 1-0. By the way, Brady Tkachuk scored the first goal in the game. So
yes, and it's also early in the first period over at gotta do it again at
Raleigh. You're gonna hurt yourself, Bob.
Yeah,
between the Hurricanes and the Predators leading the Hurricanes 1-0.
And it is scoreless between the Penguins and the Lightning over in Tampa.
But the Lightning are on the power play.
So there should be something happening there.
Now, also later on this evening, the Alexander Ovechkin watch continues. Over in Winnipeg, we got the Capitals and the Jets.
It's a big time matchup as the top two teams in the NHL battle it out to see what will happen, to see who's gonna walk away with the President's Trophy.
By the way, all these games we're talking about, they're streaming on ESPN Plus. Over on the USS Enterprise, we got the Canadiens and the Blues.
Yep, and then over at the XL Center, we got the Wild going head to head with the Knights of Vegas.
The Golden Knights of Vegas.
Yes, the Golden Knights of Vegas.
Later on, we got over at the Ball Arena, we got the Red Wings and the Avalanche.
Yep, that's at 9. That's at 9 o'clock. Also at 9 o'clock at the Saddle Dome, the Flames of Calgary go head to head with the Kraken.
Yes. Yes, Seattle. Are they mid or do they constantly disappoint?
The Kraken. Well, let's just
They're
say
near
they're
bottom.
there.
Enough said in the
Yeah,
the
they're
West.
just there. And over at the Crypto.com Arena, formerly known as the Staples Center, we got the Rangers and the Kings.
Yep. East meets West in the round out the festivities over at the Staples Center.
And take a quick look at the playoff watch. First and foremost, we already mentioned so far only Washington has clinched a playoff berth.
Yeah, one team has already punched their ticket, and we still got 15 more tickets left open on this playoff train.
So
who's gonna join? That is the big grand question of them all. We already know two.
Trust me, boys. I'm already in the car, but since I'm the first one on the train, I got nothing to do but play solitaire by myself all damn day.
Hey, we got refreshments and games that'll pass the time until we can get more teams in here.
Well, as long as you don't play that 80 song Solitary, you're good. But I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup over in the wild card department. For the wild card from the East, Ottawa and Montreal still host those spots. The Islanders and the Rangers are 1 point behind Montreal, but the Blue Jackets are two. Blue Jackets are 2 points behind. The Red Wings are 3.
Yep, and meanwhile, Boston and Pittsburgh are tied with 69. Nice.
And Philadelphia, there's 65.
Oh, look at that. Stephon Diggs' favorite number again.
Damn it. Meanwhile, over in the West, don't worry, Brent. I'm pretty sure you wish you would rather be elsewhere. Over in the West, you're not going to believe this, but Minnesota and St. Louis have the wild card spots, with Vancouver being 3 points behind St. Louis.
Well, meanwhile, Calgary is 4 points behind St. Louis. The hockey club is 6 points behind St. Louis, and we got the Duckies and the Kraken trying to catch up.
Yeah, Nashville's about to get ready to get their Uber tickets soon.
Yep, Nashville's about to become the 13th to be getting their Ubers. They are now on Uber Watch.
So as a whole lot to 27 points behind. Well, 21 points behind St. Louis. Yeah, they're gonna get their Uber tickets real soon.
Yeah, the appointment has already been made. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, by the way, somebody do me a favor right now and Google the fucking specifics of Gretzky's record.
Got it. So, okay, I actually know this. Ovi needs 6 to tie, 7 to break.
And how many games? And how many games? 10?
11.
11.
Actually, 13.
12.
Actually.
12, 13? He should break it. With
12 games. 12 games. 7 goals in 12 games. So, from tonight. Starting from tonight.
So, his
and playoffs do not count.
Yeah, the regular season record so far, he has 40. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, that's the regular season. All time, it's I think it's
well, I was about to say, because most goals in the regular season, Wayne Gretzky is 894. Alexander Ovechkin is 7 behind.
Well, actually 6 behind with triple eights.
Yeah. Most goals. Now, if we include the playoffs, Wayne Gretzky has 1,016 goals.
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna get the all time include the playoffs. So we're going straight just for regular season.
So he's under a lot of pressure to try to get that record as is.
Yeah. So, and like we said, they're gonna be doing a whole lot of watching in Winnipeg and cross their fingers and hope he come a little bit closer. And
safe to say, all eyes is going to be on at the Canada Life. I think it's Canada Life. The Canada Life Center. The Canada Life Center over at the Peg.
Yeah. Also, and Jose brought this up during happy hour. What if Alexander Ovechkin comes 1 goal short?
Unfortunately, that is possible.
It has happened, and it can happen. So this is because, like you said, Carter, nobody wants to be known as the footnote to history.
Yeah. So that's just really something to ponder on. So,
but the thing with Ovi is he's always gonna find a way somehow. He finds that man finds a way in his age.
All right, then, folks. We're approaching the being potatoes of the shoe. It took us a while to get to it, but let's go ahead and get to it.
Oh boy.
All right, boys. Me and Jose have one question to ask you, and one question only. How's your brackets?
Non-existent for me because I've been
I
sleepwalking
know
through college, and if St.
everyone's-
Peter's was in, I would have probably done a bracket, but they're not because we are
Everyone's-
sadly ass.
Everyone's bracket here is dead. I know that.
Yeah.
Mine's still chugging and bugging.
Well, I think the thing of it is this March Madness has not been good for anybody. Just depends on who you ask. Jose needs to get some work out here for a second. He'll join us back in.
Yeah, but unfortunately, if you're the NCAA, you're asking yourself, what the hell's going on? If our boy Benchwarmer Brand has anything to say about it.
I'll be the first one to tell you. Well, first of all, I forgot to get his video, Jacob.
Yeah.
Secondly, I think that one of the things that happened was that for this tournament, to say this tournament has been crazy would be a serious understatement. The SEC pretty much put on their big boy boots on and just pretty much stomp over everybody. There are 7 SEC teams. There are 7 SEC
It's a basketball conference now.
You think they transitioned from being a football power to being a basketball power?
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, because the football power is the Big Ten now, none? Like the Big Ten just looks like the strongest conference in college football. So the SEC will always find a way. The SEC will find a way to be dominant in a sport. They're transitioning out from being a football conference.
Well, I mean, don't forget about baseball, but that's just me.
Oh yeah. Well, baseball they've been dominating since that conference has breathed. I've been breathing.
Now, let me go ahead and run through this real quick. In the Sweet 16 in the South region, number 1 Auburn is going to face off against number 5 Michigan.
Keep in mind, all these games is going to happen. All these games is going to kick off this. Actually, believe it or not, they're actually all these games are going to kick off tomorrow. Believe it or not.
No.
Thursday.
No. They actually are going to kick off tomorrow. Actually, no, you're right. This is Thursday. I'm an idiot.
Thursday.
Yeah, the kickoff on Thursday.
Okay.
Kickoff is on Thursday with Maryland and Florida.
Hold on.
Dummy.
And also, it's not going to kick off with Florida and Maryland. It's actually going to kick off in the East region with Brigham Young, the Mormons, taking on Alabama.
And then it's Duke. Oh yeah, then it's Duke versus Arizona.
Yeah.
So, is this the men's?
Yes,
this is the men's.
Okay.
So basically, we're starting with the Mormons versus the cousin fuckers.
Oh
my God!
Good Lord!
Zach, hold on.
Don't do this, man.
Hold on, Zach. You better be lucky. Smokey's not here, because if Smokey was here, you'd been taken to the woodshed.
Well,
Yeah.
so the order of games on Thursday will be.
Hold on, is
so
Kentucky
it's 4
in
games
there?
on Thursday.
Yes, Kentucky is playing against Tennessee.
Good, because in my second chance bracket, I had Kentucky playing Duke in the Final Four.
Okay.
Because I want because I want to see Jason miserable when Duke beats him.
Damn, that's brutal. Continuing on Thursday at 7:30 in the West region, Florida will go head to head with the Terrapins of Maryland.
And the other side of that bracket will be Arkansas versus Texas Tech.
I'll tell you what. Let me ask this. Let me just point this out. gotta tip your hat out to John Calipari in Arkansas. We brought this up on Sunday. How the guy got ran out of town in Kentucky and pretty much turned the Razorbacks into pretty much a dark horse at this point. I mean, no one didn't expect them to beat Kansas, and no one didn't expect them to beat St. John's. And here we are.
To be fair, I kind of did expect Arkansas to beat Kansas, because you got to remember, Arkansas got history with Kansas, and they were in a 3-game winning streak against them. Now 4.
Yeah. So that's something to ponder. Now also Friday, we brought up about Auburn go play against Michigan.
Yep, and that's going to be the South region.
Yeah, that's the second game.
But there's a game. Yeah, there's a second game because Ole Miss.
The first game is going to be Ole Miss and Michigan State. I swear to you, I did not expect Ole Miss to get to the Sweet 16.
So I will say this for the SEC's basketball revolution, the team that's been at the head of it has been Auburn.
Yeah, definitely. So that's how your Sweet 16 is going to be like on Thursday. It's going to be
that's for the men.
Yeah, it's going to be the East and the West.
You're also missing like a whole region. Kentucky, Tennessee, Purdue,
Kentucky, Midwest. The Midwest.
We got that.
Yeah, the Midwest with Houston and Purdue going to hook up, and also Kentucky and Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so on Thursday it will be the West region and the East region kicking off the Sweet 16, and then on Friday it will be the South and the Midwest rounding out the festivities.
Mm-hmm. And Saturday we'll see the Elite 8 on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep, on Saturday and Sunday will be the Elite 8, and then we get to the party in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome with the Final Four.
Now, we're gonna go ahead and switch from the men to the women, and boy, that's some bad news for USC because last night, Juju Watkins,
leg basically just
Control Alt deleted.
Yeah, that shit exploded from what I heard.
Her ACL is gone, and it looks like her luck basically fell out.
Yeah,
and hope goes with her, which is an unfortunate deal.
Yes, indeed.
Which is kind of weird considering there was a video of her and Jaylen Brown. Oh no, what's the name?
Jalen Brunson?
No, freaking the QB from the Commanders.
Jayden Daniels.
Yeah, Jayden
Daniels. Juju and Jayden were spotted on the camera together, and then his mom came between them. So that was kind of funny.
We're saying there was a curse. Oh no!
No, all I'm saying is, Mama knows what's best for her son. Stay focused on the football.
Yeah, most definitely.
Speedy recovery for Juju though.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on, Jacob. She had to be carried off the court because of the injury just 5 minutes into USC's game against Mississippi State. It's not like I said they needed her because they did beat the Lady Bulldogs 96-59, but that injury just hurt.
Her value will be felt in the later games.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's how their Sweet 16 is going to kick off. It's going to kick off on Friday afternoon, and honestly, Brandon, you called it. You called it on the money at 2:30. It's the rivalry continues in the most impactful way possible. It's UNC and Duke kicking off the Sweet 16.
And do not forget that same Friday is also someone's birthday.
Speaking of Duke and UNC, I heard a lot of people complaining. Oh God, why are we getting Duke and UNC? The same reason why people complain about Kansas City. When you lose, and you get what you don't want.
Yep.
Yep.
Sucks to suck.
It's like the baseball thing. You want to be good, you have to spend money. And there's one team who's just wanting to just dump Saudi levels of money into the sport.
Anyways, continuing on.
Duke being in the final in the Sweet 16 for both men and women is also crazy.
That's also high. That's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah. Now the second game from the Birmingham region, we got South Carolina and Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland, after edging out Alabama in double overtime, mind you, with a 3-point
Hey, yo, shout out to Maryland for beating out Bama. Because fuck Bama.
Fair enough.
Yep.
They're going to be facing off against the reigning champs at 5 o'clock after the right after the Duke UNC bloodbath.
I'm calling this right now. I'm expecting at the the Elite Eight?
Yeah.
Sweet 16.
Oh.
No. The next round, I mean.
Yes, the Elite Eight.
Yeah, one of the things on the Elite Eight, which I did have, is South Carolina versus North Carolina.
Wow. Carolina Derby. Carolina Derby. Oh, no.
Man, we know South Carolina ain't ready for the Carolina smoke. They probably don't.
Moving on later on.
We'll see. Later on tonight, Spokane will round out the fighting festivities. Starting off with my LSU Tigers going head to head with the Wolfpack of NC State.
Speaking of another Carolina team, don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
You might wind up in the body bag.
Yeah. And also later on, following that game, Ole Miss will play against UCLA.
Got to give credit where credit is due to the Lady Rebels.
Can Ole Miss find their way into the Elite Eight?
Okay. As a guy who loves the Rebels, doesn't matter which sport, I don't see them being UCLA. I'm sorry.
If they pull off the miracle, it'll be talked about as one of the biggest upsets.
Carter might have to get himself new eyeballs.
I probably had to get myself a new set of teeth because I won't be able to stop smiling if they did.
Yeah, you might need to get a grinectomy. Anyway, on Saturday will be the
grinectomy. This goofy ass.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, on Saturday will be the second half of the Sweet 16 for the women. Starting off with the second Birmingham region, as at 1 o'clock will be the Lady Irish of Notre Dame going head to head with the Lady Horned Frogs of Texas Christian.
We also have an all SEC affair as Tennessee plays against Texas.
Indeed.
The lady right now on the other part for the Elite Eight, I'm expecting an all Texas showdown.
Ooh, Lady Longhorns and Horned Frogs. That would be cool. Then rounding out the festivities of the Sweet 16 over in the second Spokane region. Starting off at 5:30, it will be the Lady Sooners of Oklahoma going head to head with the Lady Huskies of UConn.
The Huskies against the JRs. That's crazy.
Hey, fair enough. And then rounding out the festivities of the Sweet 16s, it'll be the wounded Lady Trojans going head to head with the Lady Wildcats of Kansas State.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I caught it.
I'll be honest with you.
Hold on. Let me just point this out. Hold on, Brandon. Let me just point this out that we're going to see how much Watkins' injury is going to be an impact for USC, especially considering that Kansas State is coming to town. And if they manage to get through Kansas State, then good luck against UConn, because I don't give the Sooners any chance whatsoever.
The road only gets harder the further you go without Juju.
Yes, indeed. Remind me, where does the Final Four take place?
The Final Four is in, I think it's in Tampa. Let me check to be sure.
For the women's, it's in Tampa.
Okay, so it's going to be at Tampa. Gotcha. So the road to Tampa is, like we said, the road to Tampa is paved with blood, pain, and tears.
Yeah, it's just going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those games. That's all there is to it. Just brace yourselves as we head down the stretch here.
And of course, the Elite Eight will be on Sunday for the women, and of course the Final Four will be in Tampa just at the end of the month, right before April Fool's Day. So best believe there ain't gonna be
no. The Final Four. Hold on, the Final Four is on April the 4th.
Okay, April the 4th. Thank you. It's gonna be on April the 4th, so it ain't gonna be no laughing matter once we get to Tampa.
Yeah, and the championship game will be on April the 6th. So that's the day before the men's championship game over in San Antonio.
Yep. So best believe whatever brackets you got left, you better hope and pray you got them right because we are getting down to the nitty and the gritty.
Slate. It's gonna be a fun slate coming into the last bit of March into April.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on that note.
That's a new one. Anyways,
the fuck was that?
Anyways, what did we learn tonight? Simple. Sometimes sometimes the best way to not annoy your friends, don't talk too much.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pass along these last notes. First and foremost, oh boy, Peacock is launching an add-on plan for Comcast on RSNs. Now they're only launching this in areas that are within RSNs, like Philadelphia, California, those areas.
Yeah. So you're not so unfortunately for the rest of the RSNs, I suggest trying to go keep a FanDuel or try to go to Fox, gotta go back to Fox or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think we spoke about the Grand Prix.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about this before the show. The Chinese Grand Prix happened earlier this week.
Oscar Piastri won the Chinese Grand Prix.
Yeah, Oscar Piastri of McLaren gives McLaren double up on the in the standings, but unfortunately, it had some controversy. That's not one, not two, but three drivers got disqualified. Two of them for being a little underweight, and a third for reasons unknown to me.
Oh, well, I know Alonso DNF'd. Alonso did DNF.
Yeah, two of them was for being underweight, under the minimum weight limits set by the FIA.
Yeah. Also, I think Lewis Hamilton also was disqualified.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton was disqualified as well.
Outside of that, the order of that was Piastri, Norris, create a 1-2, Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc. So the ones who were disqualified, both Ferrari. So they both Ferrari disqualified, and Pierre Gasly of Alpine were disqualified. So outside of that, the standings would be of that race. It will be top four stay the same. Ocon in 5th, Andrea Kimi Antonelli in 6th, Albon in 8th, Behrman I think 9th, and then Stroll and Sainz end the points. Hajar barely missing it.
Yeah, let me also bring this up. Alex Palou, he won the Thermal Club IndyCar Grand Prix. So congrats to him.
And there was some issues over there with technical issues during the Grand Prix.
So as usually happens over there. Let me go ahead and run through some scores here before we turn out the lights. First and foremost, the Heat. The Warriors Heat game is just underway. It's early. They just started. Miami has the lead 11-6. Going on in the second quarter, the Magic lead the Hornets 36-32. 39-32. Pistons lead the Spurs 42-27. Knicks lead the Mavericks 12-5. So that's saying something. Over on the ice, as we speak. Oh boy, I feel sorry for the Penguins goaltender. Lightning lead the Penguins after the first period 4-0.
Damn.
Yeah, so I kind of feel sorry for the Penguins goaltender. I'm pretty sure somewhere a tree is saying, "Stop! He's already dead." After the first period,
he'll say something much worse about him.
Yeah, after the first period, Predators lead the Hurricanes 1-0. Also, after the first period, the Senators and Sabres are tied. Maple Leafs lead the Flyers after the first period 2-1. So overall, though, that's saying something. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as we getting you ready for the upcoming season, the baseball season starting out this Thursday. You can already hear the crack of the bats already getting ready to be sounded. Folks getting ready to go to the concession stand and get some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. And I'm pretty sure they don't care if they ever get back.
And overpriced food.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thought from that Jamal wanted to say something.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing we learned. If you want to be a good wide receiver in the NFL, make sure the price tag you start at is nice.
Yeah.
If you a fan, you a fan.
Hey, got him, coach.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
I also do. The funny thing is the jersey numbers are pretty neat. I always would love to ask this question, but if you could be the owner of any team, any sporting team in the world, irrespective of sport, and given all the proper resources and money to maintain it for 10 years, what team are you selecting?
Saints.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Saints. I am fixing that damn club, and I'm helping.
I am not touching the Giants or Jets because even after 10 years, they're still going to be full of shit.
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Don't you stay in New Jersey?
Yeah, there's 3 people here in New Jersey, but I am not even. I would be fine. I would be fine doing the Giants, but my pick would be Bayern Munich. Good
you would
God.
go to Germany. Okay.
Yeah.
Good God, do we need some better direction?
Yeah.
I like the way company is doing things, but especially it's in the front office where I'm specifically talking about. Bayern's front office has been really bad.
Well, why do y'all got numbers?
They've been playing MLB The Show.
Go to the show thing.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I should have had a
wanna
chance
add-
to get you yours. Honestly, sorry.
You could have joined me, but I always pick 17 because it's very simple. It's the day of my birthday.
Well, that's his number as well, actually.
Yeah. Okay, then I do like 27 otherwise. I do
the Mavericks and or the Commanders.
Yeah. I'm going with the Rays because at least I'll be a better owner than Stu Steinberg.
At least you'll get him. At least you'll give him a proper stadium and actually spend money on getting proper talent.
Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Fuck it. Give me. I was thinking about this a long time, but fuck it. Give me the.
Give you the Orioles. I mean,
he wants those. Okay.
Okay, for me, the obvious choice as a football fan is just to say Real Madrid and move on, because I mean, even a monkey can manage them.
Carter, you may proceed with the ending.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule joining us here this evening. First and foremost, if you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, share this video, and when you do subscribe to our channel, please hit the bell so that you will know whenever we stream. I want to thank Jamal. I want to thank Pedro. I want to thank Zach. I want to thank I thank Cody? Well, at least he stuck around till his big mouth pretty much got him kicked out the door.
He's the first and so far only man to ever have his face put up on the wall of shame.
Yeah,
to ever be barred from the bar. No pun intended.
Well, I think that don't worry. He'll be back sooner or later. That's if.
What did I miss?
Long story short, Cody got banned.
He won't be back in this bar if I have anything to say about it.
Anyway, gentlemen, let's just move on.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, because we gotta get you guys. I think we got you guys ready for the MLB season starting out this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday.
Yeah, this upcoming Thursday should be very, very interesting to see how, after all that hard work through spring training and after seeing the Mets and the Dodgers spend money like as if there's no tomorrow, let's see what happens now. That here we are. Let's see if our predictions come true. By the way, before I hand it out to Jacob, what's your World Series predictions?
Oh, that's a good question. Who's going to be in the Fall Classic?
I mean, you could say one team is pretty obvious, but
Dodgers are obvious for the
It's
American League?
April. It's April.
Yeah. We can hold off on that until like sometime, let's say after the All-Star break, and then we'll come back to this question.
Ask me in
Oh my
September.
God!
I hope you're not closing shop that quick because I do want to talk.
We're just about to.
Well, I hope you can delay. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Hit Kid.
First of all, enjoy the ride to Giants fans.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Hit Kid. I'm a little skeptical about it.
It's better than Aaron Rodgers, poor Steeler fans. You're
That's true.
Tree's going to be throwing up. Second of all, holy overpaid New England. Is Weevil here? Is Weevil here?
No,
he'll be on Sunday.
I'm cooking his ass on Sunday.
Oh man.
Diggs coming up for the ACL tour. How much?
69 million.
69 million. I would love to be on the Sunday show, but I got work, so God damn it.
We understand.
It's understandable, buddy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure somewhere.
Hey, I would love to hear you crucify him.
I'll be on the Sunday. I'll be definitely on the Sunday show because the clocks go back, so you're starting an hour later.
I just want to point this out.
I'll say this too.
Hold on, Pedro. I just want to point this out. I'm pretty sure somewhere when Gurrick signed the deal, he started going, "I've been stroking."
Gurrick's happy over this. I think they've just made a major fuck up. I know they can get Travis Hunter and all that and give a second weapon, but my God, that's an overpay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I agree. If you'll let me use an English football term, they bottled it. They really bottled it.
And also, listen. If this was 62 million, 26 guaranteed, and Diggs wasn't coming off the ACL term, was coming off a prime season, you'd hear no arguments. I'd say it's a great move by the Patriots. Can I be clear?
Yeah.
It's the fact he's coming off an ACL.
Understood.
Yeah.
And also, there's no real good O-line in New England.
That's why I say they've bottled it.
I think it's a huge overpay.
Hit Kid. If I'm using that term correctly.
No, you are. I think it's a mega overpay from the New England Patriots. Holy shit! I saw it, and I know I know someone's disagreeing with saying it gives the Q. What's the name of the QB?
Drake May.
It gives Drake May a number one. I disagree. I agree it gives Drake May a prime receiver, but I'm sorry for that much.
I tell you what.
Much?
I gotta say,
on that.
Well, I had a hiccup with my system.
Yeah,
my
I was about to say. Let me just point this out. Robert Kraft must have been opening up his checkbook to get Stephon Diggs that kind of deal.
Oh no, absolutely.
Wait, run me through it again. 3-year deal for $69 million, 26 of which is guaranteed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot for a player coming off the fucking ACL.
Now, Gurrick did respond on Discord. I think y'all saw it. Said, "Don't care, just need an O-line, and we'll be."
It's not the same. No, this is why I'm fucking laughing at 49er fans saying, "Oh, we'll be good this season." One, you're trying to trade Brandon Ayuk, who's coming off the ACL. And two, you got rid of most of your starters. Shut up, Niner fans, okay? Like, listen, Seattle's a hodgepodge. I need to see. Like this draft this year for Seattle. I'm not kidding. Is make or break.
You lot need to have a good draft.
This is the highest pressure draft John Schneider has been under as Seahawks GM.
Oh no, absolutely.
If he fucks up this draft, he's fired.
I'm going to tell you that straight up. And I would say, Seattle, don't be surprised if he's still there and he falls. What's his name? Totoro McMillan.
Well,
I would not be surprised if that is Seattle's first round choice. If he falls, because I think Seattle might shock people. I know we need to address the O-line, but it's mainly guards and all that. You can get top of the line O-line guards out of college.
Yeah.
With the 2 extra second round picks and third round pick, for the Geno and DK trades, guys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting that to be done. What I'm trying to say is, dude, unless they really love someone on the O-line who is projected day one. But I would not be surprised. What I want to see Seattle do is O-line, maybe a defensive tackle, if you get where I'm coming from, or a safety.
Yeah.
Because we needed a bit of help at safety. So one of those positions. But pretty much within the first 5 picks, I'm expecting 2 on the O-line and a receiver.
Yeah, mate. Perfectly reasonable.
Could be a QB in round 3 if one of them really falls.
Well, let me go ahead and wrap this up.
But my God, New England.
But here's the thing: I don't think a QB is gonna fall to y'all in the 3rd round.
Hold off on that thought till we get to Sunday, Zach. I just want to.
Quick one. Sorry, Carter. Before you wrap up, quick one. Before the end, this time next month, it's draft night.
Oh yeah.
The draft is coming up.
April 26th.
Yeah.
April 26th. Is it 26th or 21st? Let me look.
I think it's 26 in Green Bay. Hold on. Wait a minute.
NFL, right?
Yeah.
I got it. It's 24th. It's 24th for day one.
So pretty much, can I make a suggestion as if I'm not at work, which I might be, but I'll book a night off for it. Can I make a suggestion live Thursday night, all of us?
Yeah, most definitely. We're definitely making that.
It's gonna be a tradition for all of us, honestly.
Yeah. Like it's become.
I will say this though, because I asked this question before you came in. I think they know what I'm talking about. If you got full access to ownership for any sports team in the world, no limits, and you had the money to run them cleanly for 10 years, who are you picking? Any sport.
I'm picking my favorite team. I'm picking my favorite team.
Seattle.
I was gonna say, aren't you a United fan?
Yeah, I'm a United fan. I've hated this season, but I did enjoy the last 2 weeks. Hi, Jacob. Newcastle away, the lads.
Okay.
Honestly, they're not a bad team to pick. I picked Bayern. I picked Bayern.
I want. But here's the thing: I'm trying to talk to Hit Kid. Hit Kid, as you know, I don't watch football as much as I used to. But as you know, I'm a United fan. I really wanted to pick United, but I figured I better leave him for Hit Kid just in case we see him Sunday.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Carter wrap up because I'm gonna leave. But I will just say this. Just a quick one on the NFL draft of today. Russell Wilson signing with the Giants. Giants pick number 4 in the draft, correct? Is it number 3 or number 4?
3. Is that 3?
3. We all know Camwood's going to Tennessee 1. I don't think Cleveland are drafting Shador Sanders. I'm making that clear.
I don't think they draft Shador.
I think they're going with what's his name, the edge rusher. What's his name?
Nolan Turner.
No, the one they're all talking about. The one in the Saints. Abdul Carter.
Carter.
Yeah. So I think they're going with him. I'm going to make a call now. I know Shador Sanders was thinking he was ending up in New York. He's not. I think the Giants are trading out of number 3.
Whoa!
I think they off today's move, considering that QB room right now, I think the Giants will trade down, and don't be surprised if you see a QB needy team looking at Vegas trade up. I'm gonna call the Giants now trading down.
Yeah, I concur.
All right.
And by the way, they trade down to lower half of the draft, and they swipe Ashton Gentry before the Cowboys get him.
Would I love to see us do that after what they did to us a couple years ago? Basically,
that's all I'm gonna say. I'm off, Carter.
All right, then. Thanks for joining us here, kid. Hope to see you Sunday.
I'll see you Sunday. Bye bye.
Yeah, because I know you want to roast Garrick, so we hope to see you Sunday.
Oh, I'm gonna roast him over this.
Yeah. But let me go ahead. Let me also go ahead and point this out before I turn the floor to Jacob. On our draft night, remember, we can only allow 10 in here at a time. So
yeah, we can only allow 10. So if you can't make it in, just hop into the YouTube chat and react with
unless
us.
One of us pays for like some type of subscription here, which probably won't ever happen.
It's 10 regardless of the subscription.
Yeah, regardless of subscription, the max is 10. Okay, so yeah, we're kind of stuck with that.
Yeah, it's 10 regardless. All right, then, Jacob, go ahead and take us home.
Thank you very much. So yeah, safe to say this episode of the podcast was a little hectic, but it was kind of needed because this is the ending of the month of madness. To say the month of madness, so it's kind of fitting that we are doing like that. So, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And honestly, it kind of fits because we are the bar. We have 5 fans, 4 fans, with the assumption that we talk does a bunch of sports with our fans, you know. And trust me, it's not always like this, but we always have a lot of fun doing it. But and if you thought the month of madness was nuts, oh, you have nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till April comes, and trust me, this is about to get even hectic because, like we said, opening day is just 2 days away, which means yes, indeed, which means the crack of the match is going to be loud and fruitful across all 30 teams in the NBA, not the NBA, in the MLB, and it's going to be a lot of fun as we march to October to find out who's going to be hoisting the Commissioner's Trophy, and ironically, the 156th edition of Major League Baseball. Hard to believe, 156 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also
first season 1860, I believe.
Yeah, 1860. Hard to believe, huh? Yeah. And in the NBA and the NHL, we're still trying to find out who's going to be dancing in the playoffs. We already got a couple teams in the NBA, but we still don't know who's going to be joining them. And we still got 15 tickets open for the NHL, and we still don't know who's going to be dancing as we reach April. Safe to say, the NHL's got more tickets than anybody else. You know, and of course,
isn't that crazy?
Of course, the madness is just about to wrap up. We're about to hit the Sweet 16 this Thursday for both the men and Friday for the women. Trust me when I say this, you don't want to miss it.
Friday is certain, and don't forget, this Friday is certain somebody's birthday.
That's true. It is certain someone's birthday on Friday, and that is for our boy Jose. We wish him a happy early birthday. Happy birthday.
Is Jose turning 18?
No, 20. No, not 20, you dope.
Yeah,
20?
Yeah, he's turning 20.
Hey, pretty soon you'll be able to drink.
Yeah, he's going to be able to drink. We'll give him his first shot next year. Anyways, but that's not the point. So next week is going to be one for this Sunday. We're going to react to find out who's going to be in the Elite Eight. Who's going to be fighting for the right to punch their ticket to both San Antonio and Tampa for both the men and the women's Final Fours. But if you like what you saw, then please do us all a favor and subscribe to the VWU Sports Podcast channel here on our YouTube. And like this video if you like what you saw from episode 167 and share it across all social media platforms. That being, of course, Facebook, Twitter, and Blue Sky. We don't touch Instagram and TikTok for 2 reasons. 1, Instagram is too toxic even for us. And 2, TikTok is TikTok. It's about, and if you want to be notified when we go live, which is every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific on our YouTube channel, and every Sunday, same time, same place for our happy hours. And do us all a favor and hit the bell.
Yep.
Thank you very much, and you'll be notified when we go live. Until then, we need to go rest up and get ready for the happy hour and get ready for the madness. So for our boys, Jamal, Zach, Jack, a little bit of the Hoocher, and our boy Pedro, and a little bit from our boy Hit Worldwide, for our executive producer, Jose, and our boys, Brandon and Carter. This has been JB. We are signing off. We will see you guys next week. Well, actually, this Sunday for episode 10 of the Happy Hour, and next Tuesday for episode 168 of the VW Sports Podcast. Until then, y'all stay safe and have yourselves a good night, everybody.
Bye, people.